Hello, and thank you for joining me for another game with Gato. So I am playing Gato as a roam. I do exclusively play him as roam. I do think he can be good for EXP, and I've seen some people play him as a jungler. I don't recommend the jungler, but I think he could be good for EXP. So sometimes I get the Thunderbelt first, and sometimes I do the boots first. I kind of play around with both. The benefit of getting the Thunderbelt first is you can stack more of the passive permanent boost to physical and defense resistance. Physical and magic defense. So in this game, I did choose to go with Thunderbelt first. It is about 50-50. I play around with both. I'm not sure which way's actually better in the scheme of things. So right here, I see Leslie poking the Letho. I was just trying to distract her and soften her a little bit. We're playing a unique enemy. So they have Layla and Leslie. So I guess Leslie is the roam. And their jungler is, I forget his name, but he's the tank, one of the tank junglers. So while I normally wouldn't recommend having a marksman as the roam, I would have a tank. I think it can be okay if the jungler is a tank. I still don't recommend it, but at least there's someone tanky. So here, I decided to opt to soften the buff for Aldous rather than go straight for the turtle. Had he gone for the turtle, I would have just walked away from the buff and gone to help him. We did end up losing the turtle, unfortunately. You'll see me using my ult similar to what I just did as a strategy for escape. As well as an opportunity to initiate battles. And sometimes I will use it to attack. So if you're not familiar with Gato, one of his combos, which is pretty effective, is use the second skill to dash into the enemies, which also forces them to use basic attacks on you. And then you use your ult while they're locked down. And then you use your first skill once you land. And that's a pretty good damage dealing combo. I would probably do it a lot if I was playing the EXP lane. I try to do it sometimes with the roamer, but a lot of times I want to save my ultimate to escape if they're about to kill me. With most heroes, and Gato's no exception, I find it beneficial to try to use his ult regularly, and even if the ult doesn't accomplish anything directly, I still think it's better than saving it in most instances, because it'll come up again, and if I use it more often, I'll even if it's just getting lucky, I'll end up getting good opportunities. Then I think if I don't use it and save it, waiting for a perfect opportunity, it might not come. So here I'm recalling, not really because I need to, but just so that when I get into the next battle, my life is going to be full. And I don't really want to be the one pressing the turret. So I chose to help the EXP lane. Didn't work out because Mincetar had Flicker, but at least I made him use his Flicker. And then, if you didn't notice, Eudora actually caught someone else, and then she just caught me too. So, I didn't think I was weak enough there that she could just insta-kill me, but apparently I was wrong. So, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious as I'm going through the middle of the map. Eudora's not actually scary as a tank, it's just my life was pretty low. So that's something to factor in if you're playing against a really high burst mage, a really high damage burst mage, then probably should recall more aggressively, even if you're not too hurt, just to make sure she can't pop out and one-shot you. But it makes the game really tough for everyone else who's not a tank, because she could probably one-shot everyone else on the team. Now, maybe the fighters would survive, but certainly Gord and Hanabi if she gets them with her stun. So as I'm roaming around here, I'm mainly wanting to reveal the positions of all the enemies, make sure my team knows what's going on and where the enemies are. So I did see her coming behind us in the bush, and yeah, and we drew her out, but she did so much damage to Hanabi that Hanabi just ran away, and we weren't able to get the kill, which was sad. So oftentimes when Leslie ults me, I'm gonna, or anyone else, anytime Leslie ults around me, I'm gonna try my best to ult her so that she has to cancel and flicker and use her second skill to try to get away, or I'm just gonna kill her. So here I'm sitting in the bush rather than helping kill the turtle. The damage I would do is relatively insignificant, but I wanted to reveal if the enemies were coming from behind us and also be there to stop them. So they did a lot of damage right there with Mincetar and Eudora. So I just backed off. There was no way I was going to win. But yeah, that's a pretty intense combination because Mincetar stops you from getting away. Yeah, that was brutal. So that was fortunate that my team followed me and helped out there. A lot of times they won't. So they did exactly what they should, which is great. So as I'm roaming around here, I do want to help push the turret, but I don't want to actually engage in the turret. But sometimes my presence is enough to deter the enemy. In a case like this, where I catch the marksman out on its own, yeah, the marksman cannot defeat me. So she's either going to run away, and luckily my team came back to help chase her down, but she was either going to use sprint, run away, and escape, or she was going to try to hit me and I was going to kill her. Layla does have pretty good range, so it's possible she could avoid me for a little bit, but I don't think she could have defeated me on her own. And Gato specifically, because he gets rage when he gets hit by basic attacks, it's very hard for a marksman to take him down. If you're ever playing against Gato, the way you can best defeat him is stunning him, because if he's not able to utilize his rage to hit you and heal, he just falls. So a hero like Franco that can use his ult and completely pin him down is perfect. Yeah, Franco and another hero. Franco uses his ult and hook, and Gato just sits there until he dies. That being said, I'll still use Gato against Franco, and do just fine. But if I was playing against Gato, I would want to use a hero with a lot of crowd control, such as Franco. So I saw the fight going on the top. Obviously I wasn't going to make it, so I just gave up and decided to fight the minions. I do see the two of them now. So that was probably, I mean, obviously that was a bad ult. It was wasted, they just walked away. But yeah, we ended up catching them, which is very fortunate. But yeah, I didn't know what exactly was going on. I was looking at it on the mini-map, and I was trying to get there in time to save my my teammate. But in retrospect, it would have been good if I saved it. It's always fun when the enemy knows that they're going to die, and they just walk away, and they're going to chase them. I mean, I think it's the right thing to do because it buys time, but sometimes it's kind of funny following. So there are the three of them, got me pretty good. Yeah, they had me stunned, so there was no opportunity for me to do anything. It's a best way to kill Gato. Okay. So at this point, it's not really a it's a really close game. It's 21-18. We're 14 minutes into the game, so it's, you know, the shorter of games will have ended by now. Right now, we're just going to be roaming around looking for opportunities to engage, trying not to turret dive. We don't really have a strong advantage, so we don't want to fight in the turret. Yeah, and then that new door just picks someone off. Yeah. Yeah, my team. So Eudora picks someone off, and then they turret dove. Yeah. Not the wisest move. If you're far enough ahead of the enemies, you can turret dive, kill them, and get out of there. But we're basically tied. So now we might even be losing. You don't want to fight within their turrets if you're not ahead substantially. Okay. So right now, I'm quite tanky. I don't have my full build, but I'm not too worried about them sneaking up and killing me really fast, although they could if there's 3 or 4 of them. And they can stop me from attacking completely. But I'm expecting to be able to handle a sustained battle for quite a while. And that's really what I want to do at this point. I want to get them out away from their turrets and just get into a big fight. So here I was just kind of looking around. I was trying to find Mincetar, but he escaped somehow. We were doing so good there, and then we didn't get Lord, or we didn't really get any objectives. We just had a good opportunity that was wasted. So I'm the tank, so I can't solo Lord. But when you are far ahead, it is a good idea to take the objectives. There, I did steal the buff. Unfortunately, their entire team showed up. I did say not cool to everyone, so that they would know that I didn't like that. But I did steal the buff, so even though I died, it was definitely not good. But at least I got something. And when I was jumping in there, I had noticed that the buff's life was really low, and he didn't use retribution, which was confusing to me. That's why I ulted on it. I figured he did not have retribution, or maybe he was saving it for Lord. So I wanted to force him to use retribution or take the buff. Yeah, so right now it's looking grim, but it really could go either way. So a lot of times when you get later in the game like this, one big team fight can change everything. And right there, getting Layla, that was perfect. So I'm a little hesitant using my ult on people that I think can just quickly get away. Some people have, like when they start attacking, it's hard for them to escape. So, trying to think of some good examples. Bruno. Not Bruno. So basically, some of the marksmen attack slow, or mages attack slowly. Eudora is a good example, where she'll pause when she does her basic attack. So if I can time it right, where she notices I'm doing my ultimate as she's doing her basic attack, and she doesn't have flicker, she might not be able to get away. But if she's just standing there, she can just walk away. So, and here, I'm really not trying to hit Leslie with my ult. I'm trying to push her back. So I like to use my ult to get people to go in the direction I want them to go, even if it doesn't hit them. Brody is who I was thinking of, the marksman, where his basic attack takes time and kind of keeps him pinned down as a marksman. But so there's some people where, like, if I see them doing basic attacks, I'll wait for them to do it till I think they're gonna time their basic attack and then use my ult on them to hopefully get them and lock them down. Yeah, this has been a really even match. So we're 20 minutes into the game, and it's 31 kills to 32. This is, you know, this is what you want. Or like the algorithm did a good job and they picked equal teams. I'm kind of surprised the game's lasted this long. It's very rare I play a game that lasts over 20 minutes. And it looks like we're fairly far from the end. Even though it could end at any moment. All it takes is one of the marksmen going on some killing rampage. Every time someone dies, they're dead for about a minute now. So even getting one kill, it's really significant because of how long it takes for you to come back. And if there were no players on the map, the game would end with just one minion wave. So one big team fight is all it's going to take. Lord can definitely make the difference. In spots like this, where they can easily burst down the base if the minions get close, I'm going to want to defeat the minions and defeat Lord before they get in the range to weaken the main base. I'm not too concerned about the turrets like here, but just the main base. So that was really unfortunate with my ultimate. I thought they were going to go well, the way I ulted, and then they went around the other way. So in that case, I wasn't actually trying to push them that way. I was trying to... I was hoping that they wouldn't notice that I was doing it until it was too late, and I'd be able to hit them. So... this is a little brave chasing them. I mean, it's only the 3 of them and it's 4 of us, so we do have an advantage. And there's also the base to think about. So I'm going back here because I can see their minions are taking out our turrets. I don't think that we would lose even if I left it, but it's just really heartbreaking when a marksman shows up at the bottom and just bursts down everything. So I'm coming here to clear the minions just to make sure that doesn't happen. Alright. So at this point, when we're this far into the game, pretty much everyone's maxed out. Everyone has max equipment, everyone has everyone's as strong as they're going to be. And then we're just looking for an opportunity. One good team fight we win, one bad team fight we lose. So I want to make sure that I'm in front and I'm paying attention to where they are. And if I can initiate and I think we're going to survive, I'm going to. And I'm really optimistic like I'm really putting a lot of energy into making sure that none of my teammates die. Because like I said, one death can be a huge difference. So I see Mincetar at the bottom and Aldous is there. I don't know if Aldous can defeat Mincetar alone. So I'm going there just to make sure, because I don't want to lose. And then Aldous left. I think the minions almost have... I'm not sure the timing exactly, if they would have gotten to the base before our minions popped out, but I just decided to clear them. We were already ahead by Eudora. So... and now, like, we've got the middle minions, which look like they're about to die. But I still figured I'd leave it. So Aldous went back to fight the minions in the middle. And yeah, it's really dangerous. We didn't want to lose Lord, but we also didn't want them to just defeat us with the minions. So it's a really tough balancing act, and hopefully not everyone recalls to kill 3 minions, but someone does. I usually recommend it not be the roamer and the tank stay for the fight so that they can suck up the damage of the enemies. But if I don't see someone else doing it, I will do it. And if I think we're risking losing, I'll go back and step in and help. So in this case, everything worked out great, but had my team lost the fight and lost Lord, that would have also been the end of us. So it's really tough to make those calls in real time, but that one worked out. So I didn't actually get MVP this game, but I did think it was a good game and worth sharing. So I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.